Did you know you don't have to use templates? Instead, you can import the tracks and channel strips, including or without the regions, MIDI data, audio data, plugins, settings, routings, etc. Templates are very useful, but I like importing tracks rather than opening templates and saving them as new projects. Let's get to it. Several years ago, Logic introduced the Import Logic Project function, and I stopped using both my large sample library templates and my recording templates. Initially, I thought that the Import Logic Project label meant that it would retrieve everything within. Not so. I had been opening large project templates with dozens of tracks, even when I only needed a few of them. When I realized how easy it was to import only the channels, tracks, regions, settings, plugins, and automation I needed, my workflow changed dramatically. I'll demonstrate that using a couple of existing projects, one MIDI-based and the other audio, but the process is basically the same, even when importing from templates. The first is a 25-patch RetroSynth patch bank I created. I'll use that as an example project for import. By the way, all of the music you're hearing was created using my Sin1 RetroSynth-based 25-patch preset library. You can support my channel by purchasing the patches, maybe, link in the description, and of course, subscribe, etc., etc., etc. Okay, for this example, let's create an empty project and use it to import tracks. You can use the file menu, Import Logic Projects function, which will open a window allowing you to search for the project you want to use to import tracks from. But I like using the All Files menu here. That way I can bookmark the folders I want, and I'm going to start with my RetroSynth patch bank to import some MIDI tracks. I'll select the alternative if there are alternatives, click OK, and you'll see all the tracks that are in the project. Note that there are some track stacks here, and you can see them because of the parentheses around. The first track is the main auxiliary track, and the others are the internal tracks inside the folder. So let's select the first track and select the last track we want, which is this. And we're going to then have to select what we want to import. Now you have the choice of selecting the content, which in this case would be the MIDI or audio regions. In this case, it's MIDI regions. You'll see that some of the tracks have MIDI and some don't. Either way, you can choose to import the MIDI data or not. I'm also going to import the plugins, sins, the IO, track number, and the automation. All of that data will be pulled in, and you'll see that even the notes are imported. And then you just click the Add button, and Logic will ask you whether or not to import any auxes that were associated with them. Now in this case, there are track stacks. I'll get into that more later, but those track stacks, as I noted, have parentheses. The first track is the main auxiliary track, labeled stack, and the others beneath are the channels, MIDI instruments, audio tracks, and any effects that are inside. So let's click OK. Let's click Add All, actually. And you'll see that all those tracks were imported, including the MIDI data, and if I'd selected audio tracks, audio regions as well. This is really helpful for composers who have large templates and only need some of the included sounds. Let's do it again, but this time we're just going to import some audio tracks. Same menu. I'm going to go to a bookmarked folder, pick an alternative. If there are alternatives, click OK, and you'll see all the tracks. Now I'm specifically going to concentrate on the drum. Then I'll select the bass. Let's pick some other stuff randomly. Let's see, some strings, audio, some of them are MIDI, I think. And I'm just going to pick them almost randomly. Another audio, everything in this song is audio. Look at track stack. Pick the plugins and IO. This time I'm not going to tell it to keep the numbers, but we'll keep the automation. It's important to note that when you're importing MIDI, the tempo of the MIDI tracks remains intact and it will follow the tempo of the new song. Audio tracks, depending on whether or not they've used flex time, they may or may not follow. You'll have to check the original project to see. But in this case, I'm not really worried about it. Click Add. Add all. And you'll see that it added track stacks here inside the audio regions, So this is really a fast way of either recreating tracks that you need for another session or pulling in sounds from one song to another. In the case of drums, I often use this process to create new drum tracks for songs I'm going to record. I have another video specifically about track stacks, by the way, and hopefully I'll remember to link it. If not, I'll link it in the comments. As noted, the import function can retrieve tracks and channel strips with or without content, regions, plugins, automation, synths, and routing. It's okay if you still prefer to use templates, but I haven't for years. I hope this helps. You can find me on Facebook, where I admin several Logic Pro groups. And again, subscribe, maybe buy my patches, etc. I'll go finish some music.